Hello, hello. Welcome to today's live stream where we're going to be listening to songs that have lyrics and vocals, but no English lyrics are allowed. Expanding our horizons, those of us that are, just only living in that space, which, I think a lot of us are, that are at least native English speakers. So this should be exciting. And I'm looking forward to hearing what you suggest. So we're going to do the same format. The first 30 minutes will be for just anyone can make a request here in the chat. Just put the song title and the artist name. And then in about a half hour, we'll switch over to super chat requests only. And if your free chat or your free request didn't get played, you are welcome to then super chat it if you have the means. Okay. And for those of you that are making these free requests, since you have no character limits, it would be super helpful to me if you gave me a little bit of a description, or at least kind of the genres of what the song is like, so I can make choices based on, those things. Okay. Does the video look okay on your end, or is it lagging? It looks weird over here. You do have a character limit, 250 characters. Okay, well, that should be enough to give me a quick description, right? I would hope so. Okay. All right, so I already see some great requests, so let me do a little harvesting. Okay. We're listening to Zenit by ONUKA first. what a way to start. Holy crap. Okay, so I should do just a quick bit of research before I play the song, just so you know what language they're going to be singing in. So this is Ukrainian, and I am absolutely in love with this song. I'm going to put this in a playlist and listen to it all the time in the car. I'm going to follow this artist right now. Because it's in a foreign language, of course, I don't know what it's about. So all I can really say, though, is that it had a sick beat. I mean, that is like, it's just one of my favorite. It's some bass music genre. Hi, Milo. And it definitely has some, like, a little bit of world music influence, but that groove is something I attribute to, like, I don't know, future trap or something. It was really big in like 2016, 2017, 18, 19 generally area. And it just works for me. It's like, it's so danceable, but it's also so deep and wide, and like it's not frenetic because it's so slow, and it's the particular drum sounds are just so gratifying, and they just, I don't know, it's just fantastic. And loved her voice, absolutely beautiful, and different tones too with the vocals. And I'm not sure if it was all her changing her tone or if she had backing vocals, but kind of going between this, like, sorry, my phone. Kind of with some breathier tones to like trying to find it. I can't find the chorus. Come here. Oh my lord. Okay, fine. I can't find it. But anyway, some more strident and kind of more I mean, I don't know much about Ukrainian music, if this had folk influences or not, but I feel like it could have because of the tone of the chorus. It has that more nasal strident sound, which I just sort of vaguely associate with like Bulgarian, I don't know, like chants and stuff. So yeah, maybe a little chant-like, and then but then these very modern like synth chords with side chaining on them. Really pretty though, minor-ish, but with some mode mixture. Flat six chord was in there, as well as the surprise 4 at the end there. Oops! Oh right, my keyboard's not on. I'm sorry. I should probably move to the next one at this point, but I loved this. Absolutely incredible. Yay! Thank you. Such a good request. Okay. All right. And I was so engrossed I didn't even look up the next one. Okay, let's do Rigo 9 Inch Nails request. Rekviem, maybe, I don't know. Sometimes V's and W's are pronounced the opposite way depending on the language, so maybe it is actually pronounced Rekviem. I don't know. From the band Vulkan, and I think I may have heard some Vulkan before, suggested by you guys. And they're Swedish. So thank you. Yeah, that's good. Tell me what language it's in when you make the request going forward. I know, don't go and especially if you super chatted, don't go correct your request, because I won't see. Yeah, don't worry about it. Okay. It looks like I've heard this before, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be, none of these have to be things I've never heard before. It's a bit long, so I will fade it out after about 5 minutes. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yes. When did we listen to this?
Blundar du för själ
so gentle about this so far. I'm trying to remember what it turns into. I love these programs like this part. Okay, I went over the limit there because I wanted us to hear that climax, and I'm glad I did. But we got to keep moving. I can't remember where we heard this before, but it's so great. This is definitely going on my playlist as well. If it's not already there, it might be. And this one it's so gentle at first, and then it really just slowly builds until it gets to that climax. And during the climax, it's just a vamp between the flat 6 chord and the 5 chord, and they're a half step apart. And it's just so exquisitely beautiful and intense, and all the vocal harmonies that come in. It's always like on the flat 6 chord. Oh my God, it's amazing. That's it. And sometimes it was this, but during the vamp, it's not. It goes to the minor version. This is the harmonic minor thing that we sort of expect to hear, and this is the, I think, more vulnerable version of the chord progression with the minor chord there. So beautiful. And there was some really cool percussion that was happening underneath the main like kit drums. I couldn't tell at moments. I thought I heard like programmed, like, you know, kind of panning. But then during that climax, I really thought I was hearing more like percussion. I don't know. Hand drums, sticks, shaker things, like just that kind of sound, which was just really cool. So pretty. And the timing is great. It's in 5 most of the time. And then it finally releases all that tension into just like a lilting 6, you know, feeling. Great song. Wow. So there's still like a minute and a half of that left. So you should listen to the rest if you enjoyed it. Vulkan. Awesome. Oh, yeah. Milo's over here. Oh, yeah. She's just out of view. Oh, well. I got to keep the fan on me. We actually lost power earlier today. I don't know why, though. It was only out for an hour, but I was nervous. It's still hot here. It's definitely cooling down, but it's still, you know, we have to use the AC. So I was like, oh, crap. Either my live stream's going to get canceled and or I'm going to be sitting in a really hot room. So come to me, my fan. I love you. Yes. Okay. All right. Next is Noir, Desir, Vente. I got to learn some stuff. Nous, Portera. I don't know. I'm guessing it's in French. 2001.
Je n'ai pas peur de la route, faudra voir, faut qu'on écoute des méandres creux des reins et tout ira bien là. Le vent nous portera. Ton message à la grande eau, c'est la trajectoire de la course à l'instantané, le velours, même s'il ne sert à rien. Le vent l'emportera, tout disparaîtra même. Le vent nous portera. La caresse et la mitraille, et cette plaie qui nous tiraille, le palais des autres jours, d'hier et demain. Le vent les portera. Génétique en bandoulière, des chromosomes dans l'atmosphère, des taxis pour les galaxies et mon tapis ralenti. Le vent l'emportera, tout disparaîtra même. Le vent nous portera. Parfum de nos années mortes, ce qui peut frapper à ta porte. Infinité de destins, on en pose un, qu'est-ce qu'on en retient? Le vent l'emportera. Pendant que la marée monte et que chacun refait ses comptes, j'emmène au creux de mon ombre des poussières de toi. Le vent les portera.
That was so pretty and so sort of understated. Everything about it felt like held back in a really like protective way. The vocal was sung, I think, with a lot of that, like, you know, yeah, like protection. And then even the processing on the vocal felt protective because they took off the high end, all the air. So it's like kind of muffled. It literally feels like he's being covered. And then the strumming pattern, which is completely consistent the entire song, right? Like a heartbeat, is also sounds very gentle, you know, like it's just done with a lot of, it's like a light touch strum. The drums were so, I mean, like there are moments where I was like, I know there are drums, but I can't really like focus on them. Like I'm like, where are they? Like what, you know? And really round, soft bass, and the guitar doing those big intervals that some of you were like, oh, this sounds very frusciante. Isn't that how you say it? Like, yeah, it does. That really clean tone with the interval. It was, I think in this case, it was a sixth. And I think he likes sixths and tenths, and they sound very similar, actually. This like, so this was an E. So this would be a, was it? Maybe it was a tenth. Wait, hang on. Oh, I just realized something. No wonder. That makes sense. Okay, so, oh, sorry, it's not. It's just a nerdy music theory thing. There's a reason why sixths and tenths sound similar. Okay, like that kind of sound, you know, or like a that kind of, right? Not Ruiner, Reckoner, which was inspired by Flea, right? Or was that also, okay, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. And so someone mentioned the chord progression, so I wanted to show you what it was. Yeah, so this is a minor key, and so they're playing like a E minor chord for a while, and then it finally switches, goes down a whole step to the flat 7 chord, which is the chord that's underneath the home chord. If you go down one note in the scale, and it's a major chord, right here, and then they go back to the minor. And it does sound kind of haunting and melancholic because it gives you a lot of it gives you a certain side of the minor scale that I think is kind of vulnerable, and there's not a lot of half-step twistiness. It's just sort of this, but sometimes they even turn that flat 7 chord into a dominant 7th chord with this note. Oh, so there is that half step there. Okay, nice. Yeah, it was really pretty. What else? Was that it? Was all I was going to say? So lovely. So lovely. Okay, next is Smoked Glass and Chrome by Ott. I don't know what language this is. Let me see if I can find out while we listen. Also, let me see if I can find it from his YouTube. Here we go. Okay, it's long, so I'll fade it out at 5 minutes. Hindi. I love Ott so much, and his songs go on forever, and they don't feel like it. Like, I literally didn't think that was 4 minutes. I'm gonna skip to like the last minute just so we get that feeling of like the song ending. But yeah, there's a whole middle section that we're not gonna hear. This is from Ott's first album in 2003. I have spammed everyone in my Discord and Patreon about this 10-minute track of his called Ship Is Not a Child. This one does have a similar vibe, and I'm pleased. So the vocal, from what I could find out on the internet, is in Hindi, but he harmonized it with itself. So he like took the track, duplicated it, pitched it up, and now it's a perfect harmony. In other words, it's like, you know, when the main melody note moves, the other one moves at exactly the same rate and time. All the consonants are exactly lined up. It's, you know, it's like an artificial harmony, which is a very cool kind of otherworldly sound. And I mean, that's, you know, like vocoder harmonies sound like that as well. Anyway, but he pitched it up, I think a fourth. So the whole harmony is in fourths with the melody the entire time for the chorus part. They're like, how'd it go? I don't know if I'm singing the harmony of the melody. I can hear it in my head, but it is hard to reproduce. But that sound, that kind of harmony is so distinctive. It's like, you know, when you hear it, you're like, that. And, you know, those of us that have listened to a lot of like rock in the 90s and 2000s, we might recognize those kinds of harmonies from Alice in Chains or from A Perfect Circle. And, but it also sounds kind of chant-like, I think. You know, and there's obviously, it didn't start with Alice in Chains. It feels actually quite ancient, and it'd be fun to do some research about, like, you know, because I think, a Gregorian chant, that's like the most uneducated guess ever, and I'd like to maybe dig into it. I don't have any spare time though, but it's interesting to think about it. And the woman who's singing, I'm not sure what this style is called. Is it raga? Is it? But there's this. There's this style. They sing with a certain kind of liquidity that to us it might sound almost like their voice is like like they're kind of wiggling around and they're not really like clear about what notes they're doing. It's sort of just ornamental, but I actually think they know exactly what they're doing. It's very precise, but it's bendy. So, and it's quick bends, you know. And there's someone I follow on Instagram who takes pop songs and sings them in that style, and it's transcendent. It's incredible. Anyway, so that beautiful vocal and the way he harmonizes it combined with his production was just, chef's kiss. Really gorgeous. And this one had a similar chord progression to the one before it, but not defining the major minor so clearly as the other one. Sorry. And then, but still the one in the flat 7, but without that vulnerability of the major minor. So it's really lovely. Isn't raga a theme they improvise around? Could be. Yeah, maybe the style is a different word. I'm not sure. Cool. All right. And lastly, for our general requests, we're going to play a classic, which somehow just didn't get requested when we did the 60s live streams. I'm pretty sure, yeah, which was Girl from Ipanema. I mean, we have to, you know? So let me see if I can find the original. I feel like YouTube is just going to be a mess. Let me see if I can find it on streaming. So this is Portuguese. Oh gosh, how do I find the original? There's been so many covers. Astrud Gilberto. That's it. Okay. Okay, I think I found it.
Olha que coisa mais linda, mais cheia de graça. Ela, menina que vem, que passa, num doce balanço, caminho do mar. Moça do corpo dourado do sol de Ipanema, o seu balançado é mais que um poema, é a coisa mais linda que eu já vi passar. Ah, porque estou tão sozinho? Ah, porque tudo é tão triste? A beleza que existe, a beleza que não é só minha, que também passa sozinha. Ah, se ela soubesse que quando ela passa, o mundo sorrindo se enche de graça e fica mais lindo por causa do amor.
Oh, it has English lyrics. Uh-oh. Forgot.
When she walks, she's like a samba that swings so cool and sways so gently that when she passes, each one she passes goes. Oh,
This is not the original?
but you watch
Oh, how do I find it? How about this one? And I won't start it. I'll start it around here.
and lovely, the
No, same one. Oh, God. There's so many versions. I don't know how to find the right one. It sounds the same, doesn't it?
yes, he would give his heart glad.
Oh, Lord. I'm just like clicking around and praying.
And ten and young
Sorry, I can't find it, so.
and lovely, the girl
Oh.
from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes, each one she passes goes. When she walks, she's like a samba that swings so cool and sways so gently that when she passes, each one she passes goes.
I like that chord change.
Watch her so sadly.
so uncomfortable with all this English. All right, here we go. This is one of those songs that would take me, like 10 minutes to probably figure out all the chords. So I'm not going to do that. But it does. So this is it Bossa Nova? Which I'm guessing has definitely some roots in jazz or the other way around. Like there's something, I mean, even the style of singing is like jazz singing, which I'm not sure how to define it other than there's like no vibrato and there's a lot of those like breathy and there's a lot of the like whatever that is, like that. Anyway, it's a very cool composition. I feel like it's possible. I don't think this was on my I think I had like a Casio keyboard I kind of started on. That had some presets. It had a bossa nova, but I don't think it was this. But I definitely grew up listening to this song in some way. Just this one. I guess it must have been on the radio or something. J. Marie's gonna samba maybe? Samba, bossa nova, something like that. Yeah, it's 1962. Yeah. But God, so we were talking about like gentle treatment of instruments, which is what that something Noir had. This is even more like, this is the kind of thing where like it sounds so intimate. It just sounds like you're just sitting right next to them and they're just like softly breathing into your ear. This song, it's so cool. It's almost like they couldn't give a care. It's just like, da, da. And then what I really liked though that I didn't remember was all the soloing. the sax solo and the piano solo, and how they took the melody, the vocal melody, and played around with it so much. It was just really fun to hear the melody in what they were doing. But yeah, rearranged, re-rhythmatized, and made thematic, you know, and iterating on the theme, and just really well done. And the piano going like all the way up here for its chords, super, super crunchy chords, and but also gentle. And, you know, playing a saxophone that soft, you have to have an incredible amount of control to make that sound good. Yeah, Stan was playing the sax, is that right? Or it was the piano? I'm not sure. So whoever's playing the sax was very skilled. Right? Wasn't it sax? It wasn't trumpet, right? It was sax. Wasn't it sax? Now you're making me second guess myself. It was sax. Okay, whatever. All right, cool. Okay, now we're switching to the super chats. I'm gonna update this. Boop. Okay. All right. It was a kazoo. All right. Wonderful. Fun. I'm going to have a hard time pronouncing everything. Okay. Okay, let's do Troy's request. Grahbem, Jorgazz by Koenji. Hyakkei. Genre equals Zool. What? Never heard of that. Yoshi, drummer composer, is heavily influenced by Magma, and the lyrics are an invented language. Oh, wow. Okay. That sounds crazy. Let's do it. Okay, here we go. there's a flat 6 chord. Do you know how skilled you have to be to pull something like that off? Crazy time signatures, a made-up language that you have to memorize. I mean, you can memorize a foreign language and not even know what you're saying. So, but still, you have to, it's a little harder. You have to go purely on phonetics, and switching between that opera singer. She was going between singing opera to singing not opera, napra. Like da 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 da, like more like musical theater. Going back, which is a completely different like placement. It's sometimes back and forth, and trying to hold your own with some of the weirdest melodies I've ever heard. It's not atonal because you can hear the tonal center, but there's a lot of chromaticism and a lot of dissonant intervals and just weird, unnatural kind of movements. And so I'm just so impressed with everyone, especially the singer. Wow. But during one of the parts where the harmony was a little bit less insane, I heard a very clear 1 to flat 6 over and over again. So they know what's up. They know what's up. Wow. Can you imagine composing something like that? And then you have to teach people how to play that. We had drums, piano, probably a bass guitar. I feel like there was some, I don't think the piano was handling the whole low end. I think there was a bass guitar, an opera singer or two, drums. Did I ever say that? I did. And there was a soprano sax or 5. Some very squeaky saxes. Yeah, it's hard to put that into a box, isn't it? Wow, so cool. This just makes me realize that a lot of the Dead Can Dance songs would be eligible, right? Because she also sings in a made-up language a lot. And sometimes Elizabeth Fraser would sing in made-up language when she was in... I can't think of the band right now. Sorry. It's just gone. It's just not there. You'll tell me. Okay, next. Wows. Okay, let's do Warsaw Village Band. I've Met the Girl. It's in Polish. I've met a girl.
Poznałem dziewczynę jak biała lilia, która samej wiosny po wodzie rozwija. Poznałem, o poznałem, 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 a poznałem, 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 a poznałem, poznałem, poznałem. Poznałem
way they're playing that fiddle. Is this like a dulcimer or something?
Poznałem, o, poznałem, 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 o, poznałem, 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 o, poznałem, 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 o, poznałem, poznałem. Na wozik siądała, pierścionek dawała, pierścionek dawała, że wiernie kochała. Dobry wieczór, luba, czy mnie nie poznała, a słowa przysięgli, czy dotrzymała? Ja już drugim żyję przez 1,5 roku, a ty wciąż nosisz szabelkę przy boku. Poznałem dziewczynę,
Oh, the delay is...
poznałem dziewczynę. Poznałem, o, poznałem, 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 o, poznałem, 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 o, poznałem, 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 o, poznałem, poznałem, poznałem dziewczynę, jak biała lilia, która samej wiosny po wodzie rozwija.
Okay, can I talk about that very last part? Super nerdy, but just love it. So that vocal harmony sounds so beautiful. It's like a full, lush chord. It sounds like a major chord to me, but it is, I believe it's a part of a bigger chord that there's that's see. Yeah, because it's like the upper structure of a minor chord, but it's the major section of it. Anyway, that was so beautiful. So I don't know when this came out, but I would guess it's like modern folk because it sounds folky. The instrumentation's very folky. You know, the drum sounds like, you know, some kind of drum you either play with your hands or maybe like a mallet or something, you know, like you hold it maybe. And, you know, sort of understated, kind of thumpy and sort of a heartbeat. And then there sounds like there's a dulcimer type instrument and the violin. I would say fiddle. It felt more fiddly. I don't know how to describe why, though. But it's that technique. I got to find out what it's called. But it's when they play. It's like, I think how they do it. I don't know. For some reason, this is what I think they do, but I don't actually know. I'm like, where am I getting this assumption from? I think they play. Well, I did play the violin for like a year when I was a kid, and I feel like I accidentally got this sound, and it sounded really bad because I didn't know what I was doing. But I think it's when you play the note and lighter with the bow a certain way, and it like enhances the upper harmonics of the note and not the lower one as much, the fundamental pitch. So you get these like fifths and octaves kind of rippling back and forth, as well as sometimes dipping down to the fundamental. It's super alive and fiery, and I just freaking love it. It's in that Ultravox song, Mr. X. It was in something we listened to together recently. I can't remember what it was, but I love that. I mean, it almost makes me want to get like a cheap violin and just see if I can get that one sound to happen and make something with it. Because, yeah, I got to find out what that technique is called. I do have a VST through, is it Spitfire? And it's got a lot of folk stuff on it. It has a full orchestra plus folk instruments, and it's got the techniques named. So maybe it's in there and I can like find out that way. But anyway, it's so emotional. I couldn't get over it. I was just like, oh my God, I could listen to that happen. Vocals were incredible, mostly in unison, right? And then splitting into these like 3-part harmonies at certain moments. That one was in minor, fully minor. Full on minor. That's what I meant to say. Fantastic. Okay. Next, let's do... Ooh, the Mars Volta. Asilos Magdalena. Okay, so I'm guessing... That's not... When I said Magdalena, it sounded Italian. Magdalena. Asilos Magdalena. That still sounded Italian. That's funny. Okay. Magdalena. Maybe I just need to say it faster. Okay.
si me quemo sin alas, además me muero por ti. Estrella de la mañana, Samael te persigo a ti. Y si me quemo sin alas, además me muero por ti. Estrella de la mañana, Samael te persigo a ti. Y si me quemo sin alas, además me muero por ti.
Wow. Cool. No drums, guitar, voice, and effects. There's some harmonies between. It sounded like there's a couple guitars, and they were in harmony with each other in really intricate ways. There was this one section that repeated twice, and I popped my head in, and I was like, I love that. Remember that? But all of the chord voicings for all of these were so haunting. I don't know exactly what they were, but I think there were tritones in all of them, which is like think of a spice or a flavor that you can pick out of any dish. It's like, even if it's just a little bit, you're like, whoa. That's how tritones sound to me. It's just there's nothing else that sounds like them. And when they're in chords, they create this instability in the chord, which could be perceived in so many different ways. But in this sort of dark backdrop, they sounded very haunting. But like every single one of them had it. And there was also some harmonic minor stuff going on, which is a very kind of dark scale, very, very a little bit twisted. And I'm wondering, I think, I wonder if there's a lot of Spanish music that uses harmonic minor. And I also wonder if that's where his name is Cedric, right? Got his love of actually, he's playing the guitar, right? He's playing and singing, right? I'm making so many assumptions right now. But he's got that minor 4 chord with the this voicing of a minor. He has that in so many of his songs, which is in harmonic minor. I wonder. I mean, it's also in regular minor too, but yeah, I don't know. The way that one kind of devolved was really interesting, though. The effects on the vocals and on the guitars, right? Just really starts getting really distorted. There was some doubling, like up an octave. It started to sound very harsh and kind of like a fever, and it just kept getting more and more feverish as things went on. Very like creepy and wonderful. Oh, Omar plays guitar. Okay, sorry, Omar. Okay. Wow. Okay. Oh gosh, so many requests. All right, I have to stop. I have to talk less. Okay, let's do Nick's request. Sörskogen. Sörskogen. Mordet even. Okay, I'll just put it down here. It's some of the people from Opeth. Okay. This is what it is. Can't find it on their page. I'll have to do a fade out on this one. Mixture. Drum sounds so 70s. Collective Soul, that's it.
En sommaren går, värmen sveper igenom. Vi ler skrattande, men ett lömskt lugn infinner sig någonstans i skogen. Grottan där vi lekte som barn. En sargad kropp i evig sömn. Beröva livets gryning. Vem var det som mördade honom? Vem var det som tog hans liv? Ingen vet ens idag.
Well, blank cliché.
Ljus som isär, ta oss mot bättre dagar. Hans själ vandrar vidare. Vi går sakta tillbaka. Stigen leder oss hem. Dagen har lidit mot sitt slut.
Slut.
Vi försöker glömma mordet till Grottan. Var det som mördade honom? Vem var det som tog hans liv?
right, I'm gonna fade this out now. But not before that amazing drum fill. Brr, 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 brr. Oh man, welcome to, what did you say? Welcome to the Hotel Scandinavia. That definitely sounds like it's from the 70s. If you told me that was released in the 70s, I would not question you whatsoever. So that last part is a line cliche. Where the chord changes based on the bass, or actually it could be any note. It could be any note. It doesn't have to be the bass. It just most often is the bass, moving up or down stepwise, and yeah, and then but the other part, yeah, all I could think about is like, wow, I don't know how to explain why, but it sounds like the melody, especially at the beginning, sounded like an American melody, but sung in a different language. And it made me realize that the other songs we've listened to, the melodies and the language seem to like totally fit. This was the first one where it felt sort of like they did it, which is great. I mean, it was cool, but yeah. And then sick guitar solo. That was a good, nice guitar solo. Musical and still a little bit virtuosic, but like really good. Amazing drum fills. Was there some acoustic guitar in there too? I feel like there was. So yeah, I guess 70s prog rock, is that the genre that you guys would call this? Cool. Oh yeah, there was even a little bit of synth cheesiness in the beginning, and maybe even some piano, and with the maybe like a Rhodes with the one, and maybe some like chimes or something. Wow, so cool. Okay. Next is let's do Kevin's request. Japanese. I will put the title in the comments because I don't know how to say this, but it's by Mass of Fermenting Dregs. Japanese alt rock. Okay. What a band name. It's good. Mass of the Fermenting Dregs. Oops. Flat 6. Great riff. those endings called? It's like the live show drummer ending where they're just being like flashy, like, and then they slow it down, and then everyone hits the last beat together. Yeah, cool. That one had a bunch of cool mode mixture going on, which was fun. Super fast, much more. We listened to a lot of slower things today. This one had a ton of energy, and it did have a couple moments of like or at least one moment of complete silence where they just like ripped the song away from you. And I knew it wasn't over yet because I could see that, the progress bar, but it really felt like it was over, and then kicks back in. Other than that, though, dynamic changes non-existent. So it's just got that really consistent high energy sound the whole time. But they had a flat 6. This is even that kind of thing, and then like that kind of thing, and then they did something really weird on their way down. Maybe it was a flat 2. I don't know, but they sang in minor, so they were like, da da, which is very bluesy. Na, 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 sorry, na. Anyway, I enjoyed the harmony, and there was that one riff. I don't remember it now, but it was so catchy. It was near the first third of the song, and it was kind of like an instrumental break, sort of before the next verse or something. Ooh, such a good riff. It was fun. Yeah. Okay. Good melody. Good melody. On Instagram, there is a musician and comedian named... Oh, God. Tom. Isn't it Tom? No. Tom McGovern. And so everything he does is like music comedy. And he's got this whole series called Good Band Name, Bad Band Name. And so whenever I say like good something, I think of that. You should watch. He's got these really okay. Stop. Focus, girl. Okay. Let's do. Adam S.K. Arson. Seventh Element by Vitas. Let's see, what language is this in? Oh, that. Okay, I will let this language speak for itself. This is clearly a new version. I'm sorry. Let me find. Here we go. How many versions are there? Which one do you want me to play? There's 2001, 2018. Maybe it's this one? Studio version. Okay. Is this really the original? Wait. How come the music video looks like it's from like 1965? I want to make sure I get this right. Yeah, that was a motorcycle. Let me just... 2001? How come the music video looks like 1960s? So we're sure it's 2001? Okay. All right, fine. This is on my... No, that's the wrong one. I'm gonna kill someone. Okay. heard this part before. Guys rapping. Wow, I had no idea it was such a banger. It's a little bit housey. It's got just the right amount of house swing. There's a lot of like little hi-hat details that make it groove extra hard. But a little bit of like trancy drum sounds, but housey, very housey patterns. And especially these chords, the rhythm of the chords. I think it was inverted. Da 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 da. Yeah. I've only seen the chorus before, and it's always with the video where he looks like he looks kind of like he actually came out of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, like that last scene, but in the pool. He looks a lot like Riff Raff. And but he looks very futuristic, and I don't know, I guess the quality's always been so bad. I just assumed this, and I don't remember it sounding so housey. I thought it sounded so old. I thought it sounded like, what did I think? Maybe I just didn't think about it. I thought I couldn't have been from the 60s because it was a dance song, but maybe I thought it was the 80s or something. I don't know, but it's clearly not. I mean, it sounds a lot more recent. Anyway, whatever. It's fun to hear the rest of the song. And that chorus, yeah. So he's in his falsetto. Right? And then okay, let's all try to do it. Is that it? Okay, I think I got it. Probably looks really stupid. Uh-oh. I feel like a giggle fit coming if I don't shut it down. I'm wasting your time and your money. There we go. When I thought you were watching me, I couldn't do it. But then it ends with a ha ha ha. I don't remember the rest of the song now, but anyway. Did you guys try it? Yes. Oh God. Oh, so fun. Okay. All right. There's a ton of requests, and we're gonna get to like 3 more. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Let's do 3D Melodies request. Verónica Indart. Hombre. Spanish psych folk 1970s something. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. That does sound so 70s. The chord. That thing, that exact thing they do. That just sounds like the 70s to me, like, doesn't it? Could you hear it? Oh man, beautiful. Love the vocal harmonies. Again, very 24-hour stream. I've thought about it, and then I can't figure out how. I'd have to have friends like feed me, and then but you know, I have to think. So eventually, it would just be like how could I do it? Like just mentally, you know. Okay. But if I need to raise like money for something serious, I would totally do it. I would. So okay. Yeah, that was gorgeous. At the end there, it had that very like there's certain ways that Cream would end their songs where things would sort of go off the rails, like timing wise. Like things would be rhythmically continuing with the pulse, but the structure of like the bars would start to break down, and it just sort of improvising into this fade out. It's kind of reminded me of that feeling, but yeah. Okay. Next is Autumn Leaves by Coldcut in French. Pretty.
Oh, je voudrais tant que tu te souviennes.
Just reminds me of Enigma.
Des jours heureux, nous étions amis. En ce temps-là, la vie était plus belle et le soleil plus brûlant qu'aujourd'hui. Les feuilles mortes se ramassent à la pelle. Tu vois, je n'ai pas oublié. Les feuilles mortes se ramassent à la pelle. Les souvenirs et les regrets aussi. Et le vent du nord les emporte dans la nuit froide de l'oubli. Tu vois, je n'ai pas oublié la chanson que tu me chantais.
That's so French. Yes.
Toi tu m'aimais et je t'aimais. Nous vivions tous les deux ensemble. Toi qui m'aimais, moi qui t'aimais. Mais la vie c'est pas ce qui fait tout doucement sans faire de bruit. Et la mer efface sur le
Hear the violin?
les pas des amours d'esprit.
The bass.
Et la mer efface sur le sable les pas des amours d'esprit. Les pas des amours d'esprit. Autumn leaves. Autumn leaves start to fall. Start
This is really pretty. Those chords. We had a key change. Well, I've never heard of Coldcut, and I'm feeling like this is something, this is like maybe the origin or one of the inspirations for a lot of the groups a lot of the trip hop and stuff that we listen to. I'm curious. Early 90s, it sounds like. Love the chilled out piano. Really, really pretty. And just, all the orchestration. I'm wondering if that was all samples or if they, I don't know. I imagine, the drums are sampled. Was all of it samples? Because, you need a lot of musical instincts and talent to know what to put together. DJ Shadow is a great example of that. But in any case, all these pieces were really well put together. Very cool. Okay, I got a copyright warning, so we'll just hang on a bit while that resolves. Just you. We want you to react to our music 24/7. Yes, Coldcut. That was Coldcut. You just want me to be hooked up to like an IV and just sit here and react to music forever and ever? Yeah. The warning's still there. Stop, go away. I stopped the music. It must be delayed. It must be like a lag. Well, the next one I have queued up, I'll just tell you, is Igorrr. Igorrr. Ew. I don't know how to say that. Let's see. What language is it? It's a made-up language. It's called Oxoxox. I don't know. Okay, it's done. Let's do it. Oh, shit. Harpsichord. Love that. Oh, breakbeats. warning, so. Okay, well, I'll analyze what I heard so far. Wow. It's like a rock opera, but it's also musical theater, and it's in a made-up language. It's going in lots of different directions. I think the drums are programmed. They're doing a lot of very cool things with rhythm, with like percussive type elements that come in either like really fast and then slow down to the right tempo, or the other way around. Like there was one element that was slowed down so much that you could hear the individual like and then you could hear it turn into a note, you know? That's cool. There was like 1 or 2 seconds where it sounded like drum and bass, and then it went into metal. It's just like, wow. It's very intense. Very intense. They're putting everything into it. There was a rototom solo, which I hated. Not a solo, but it felt like an eternity. Like if I imagine if, you know, again, I think it's programmed, but if it were a real drum kit, it'd be like rototoms, like rows and rows of rototoms. Rose dotoms. Fuck. That's crazy. It's already 7. Okay, let's just skip to the next. No, because I still have the copyright warning. See, here's the thing. If I ignore the copyright warnings, what happens is the stream gets blocked. And then if I don't stop the music in time, it's a temporary block. But if I don't stop the music in time, it'll just annihilate the live stream. And then I'll get a strike. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. So it might just have to end here. Made up language sounds weird. Okay, let's just say this. A language that maybe doesn't get used and that like only a few people know. Made up language. Gibberish is different, right? Gibberish is like what the Sims do. Like they couldn't repeat. They don't have syntax or grammar or vocabulary or, you know, anything like that. They're just making sounds, right? But an actual functioning language, I guess, isn't made up. Yeah, even if only one person knows how to speak it. But anyway, Simlish. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I guess I still have the warning. So I think the YouTube gods have frowned upon us, and we must obey if we want to keep safely doing this. So I will have to just say goodbye to you now. And my little elves will compile, because they've been doing it without me asking. It's been so nice. They've been compiling lists of the super chats and the other requests. I don't know how they're doing it. Maybe Clores, you have access to that as a mod? And Arshmickey's also. Okay, yeah, maybe as a mod you can see the super chats. There were a lot of requests we didn't get to, and I'm very sorry. But my body has limitations. So on Sunday, let's see what I had planned here. Sunday is encroaching upon Halloween, so we're going to do a scary, disturbing, haunting, dark type songs live stream on Sunday, 3 to 5 Central. So start thinking of what you want to bring. Any genre, any year, but still we gotta do a 5-minute cutoff. Yeah, but that should be fun. I'm excited about it. Okay, friends, thanks so much again. I loved this. I think we should do another non-English language live stream. And you can totally re-request if you didn't get your request done. You can request it again next time. Okay, thanks. Yeah, and thanks to my mods, and I will see you all soon. If you're a patron, on Saturday, we're also doing our own smaller, private, scary songs live stream from 12 to 2 p.m. Central. You probably saw that, but just in case. All right, bye, everybody. Bye.